Hi everybody, welcome to Harpy Stitch. I'm Amy and this is my show all about cross stitch. This is Flosstube 47. I am coming to you on Sunday, September 21st. It is week 37 of my year of 50 starts for my 50th birthday. I did start it in January rather than actually on my birthday, easier for my brain to keep track of. So I don't have a ton of projects for you this week because I have the crooked camera. Excuse me. There you go. All right. Because I have the 4 Shawshank commissions and I am working on the second one. So it should be a relatively quick video today. I do have a little life update. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're working on. I love to see what people are doing. Hence me obsessively watching cross stitch videos online. And actually I've been doing a lot of Flosstube in the morning before work, trying to fit in, and I am like maybe 2/3, 3/4 of a way through all my subscriptions. Because whenever somebody mentions somebody in a video, I subscribe to them so I can find them again, and then I don't always get to watch everybody. So I'm trying to watch at least one video of everybody that I've heard about, and I've gotten most of the way through the list. There's been a few people that they just did all samplers or something like that, and it's just, you know, I love watching people get excited about their work, but their channel just wasn't for me. So I did remove a few people, or people who haven't posted videos in like 2 years, just because then I want to try to watch all of their videos if they're there. And, you know, I know some people come back after a hiatus for various reasons, but I kind of want to get to the people who are actively producing content at the moment. So I'm trying to focus on them. So I've been, or some people haven't posted in like 8 months, and I'm like, you know what, I'll skip them for now and see if they get back to filming. And I get it, life happens, and this is just for fun. So Flosstube frequently has to take a second backseat to real life stuff. So anyway, we've had the first few weeks of school. I have really large class sizes. They are working on making our classes a little smaller. One of the teachers, will probably be doing an overage. What that means is instead of having a prep period, they take on another class. They do get paid for it, and then they reduce our class sizes. Sorry, itchy. I have started my E-Steps class. It is a lot of work. I am learning all about geology, and figuring out how rocks are and how to read the rock layers and stuff. And it's really hard to do in an online class from sketches, especially when you haven't had any kind of geology as a backup, as a baseline. So I'm having to do a lot of serious thinking for that class. On Thursday, we went to the nephew's football game. They won. Got to see my brother-in-law and his partner. Got to see my father-in-law. So that was good. And then I was going to film yesterday, but my husband wanted to go visit his dad again. And his sister went to Farm Aid, and his brother took her kids to the Ren Fair, and then they were going to go camping overnight. So it was a good time for my dad for my husband to sit with his dad and talk, just them two. So I hung out at Perkins and then went and stitched by a lake for a few minutes, and it was really nice. Because while I was at Perkins, I used that time, their Wi-Fi, to grade, and then when I was done with that, I started working on my sampler again. And then just a reminder, if you can, NAMIWalks is next week, and that is a fundraiser for NAMI, the National Association for Mental Illness. And they offer free classes, they offer support, they help guide people to resources for mental health care. And I do a fundraiser for them every year. So if you can, please donate. The link to my donation page is below. I will be doing the walk next Saturday. I have started donating plasma again, which is really nice. And my husband might even start, so that should be cool. All right, I have a new start, but guess what? It looks just like the thing you saw last week. So my new start is my second of my 4 Shawshank samplers. This is day 10, so I started it a week ago on Thursday. And I'm not taking it out of the hoop because right after I get done. So I did work on it a little bit this morning before. So I'm about a little over halfway, I think. So that is what I work on all the time now. And I did give myself a 1-day break after the other one because if I don't, I will go insane. But that is what I've been working on. And that's all I work on right now until I get done with it. And then I will wash it, press it, put it in the mail, and send it on its way to its new home. So now, on my day off from between the samplers, I did work on my Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake. And yes, I didn't take the stuff out of the bags. By the Witchy Stitcher. I started this on April 5th of this year, and I am going to take this one out of the hoop so you can see my progress. I'm just doing it on 14 count oatmeal Ada that I had in stash, and it looks, I'm not going to do that because that's squeaky and annoying. Because it looks kind of like wood, and I think I may have found something at Walmart that might work for my sign idea to finish it on, but I am going to ask the hubby for his opinion. So, it's a little wrinkly. That's okay. It was just hoop marks. They'll wash out. So I finished the whole bottom. So everything below here is done. I've got the little lake scene, the date, the blood drops. I think I have a little bit more blood maybe to do on the side. And then I started working, moved my hoop up, and I started working on the Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake part. So the words. And I have a little bit that this blood splatter is not finished. But all the back stitching and stuff is done on the bottom. So this really won't take long to do. It's an easy stitch. There's not too many color changes. There's nice blocks. And yeah, it's looking good. I can't wait to finish it. And we will see if I can finish it the way my brain is envisioning it needs to be finished. All right, that is all the stitching I've worked on this week. Plans. I need to finish my stitching connection piece. All the other ladies in my group announced that they are done as a couple of days ago. So Cindy, Megan, and Petia are all finished with theirs as of Friday. I'm still going to work on knocking out my Shawshanks as fast as I can. I did do a little shopping. And first I'm going to show you the patterns that I bought. One of them, so I did a little bit of Etsy shopping and then I did an order from 123 Stitch. So I'm going to show you my patterns that I bought. Let me pull up my Google Drive here real quick. Close all so we can clear it out. There we go. So I've been waiting on these for a little while. See, I should have pulled these up before. Oh, wrong place. I tried transferring ownership of stuff. So I was actually going to do, this was talked about with, why in the world is it showing blue? That is so weird. Clear the notifications. Let's bring it up the brightness a bit, maybe. All right, now let's try. Still blue. All right, I don't know why it's showing up blue. It might be the color I have the light at. Ooh, kind of funny that the cheer looks like it's glowing. But this is Book Burrow. This is something that the Hufflepuffs were talking about doing during Frogworth, and I just bought it. He's so cute, even if you're not a Hufflepuff. He's a little book badger, and it's by Nafnolu. I don't know how to say it for sure. Sorry, the kitty is right here. You gonna come over and say hi? Or are you gonna be camera shy? Oh, you got its tail there, just a smidge. And then I got, where is it? I got my first Country Magic stitches. Here's the Shire. Had to get the Shire. I got, and if you know me in person, you know, Arrakis. Dune is like one of my all-time favorites. And then for my husband, I got 2 different patterns. Narnia, because that is one of his favorite set of books. And then, where is my other one that I bought? There's 2 different versions of this. He's been wanting me to do the Live, Laugh, Love, but he doesn't want the traditional little happy. He wants the Skeletor ones. So there's that one, and then they also have it set up as a hoop triptych, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. But those are the digital patterns that I bought. God, I'm all in a good deal. Everybody knows Country Magic Stitch. This is from Fuchsia Hoops. This one is. So those are my digital patterns that I bought. And then my 1, 2, 3 stitch order was some floss. I needed some things for my reindeer roundup, my Christmas piece, a few for What Lies Beneath that Michaels never seem to have in stock, and then one for my octopus cell that I need to get back to. But, so, stuff, and I need to go put them in, but I didn't because I wanted to put them up here. And I actually wasn't expecting to get to show you my 1, 2, 3 stitch order today because it was listed as coming in on Monday, and it arrived yesterday in the mail. So I have one other thing I got, or actually 2 other things. One of them I can't show you because it's on back order. So there's that Fabulous House series that so many people are doing, and I ordered one of those. I will leave it up to you to guess which one caught my eye and is on back order at 1, 2, 3 stitch. The other thing I got was some more of my specialty threads for my stitching connection, and the die lots are slightly different, but that's okay for me because, like, I was trying to decide about whether to do them in the same color, the 2 dragons, and so now I can experiment and see. But I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough for both of the dragons and the 3rd one on the bottom. And so I wanted to check out and see, make sure I had enough when I was sending it off to the other ladies so they wouldn't run out. And I will remind you where I left off with this one. So when I finish this Shawshank that I'm working on, instead of working on my Camp Crystal Lake, I'm going to work on this so that I can send it off as soon as possible to the next person in our round robin. So that's what I got so far, and I did not write all the stats down because I wasn't originally planning on showing you this today because I wasn't expecting to get my order in. Actually, let me go back because I think it's just, oh yeah. So I started that on August 15th. It's on 32 count stream by Fiber on a Whim. And I have used the Classic Colorworks spinach for the snow, or not snowflakes, for the seaweed. And for my dragon that I put in, it is Threadworks 01150. So that is all the stitchy stuff I got, and I'm gonna zip. I'm not apologizing for zips. I don't mind in videos when it's a natural noise. I do not like the deliberate noises of ASMR. That just sets my nerves on edge. But normal sounds, like when you're opening stuff as you go, that doesn't bother me. Excuse me. Sorry. Change of seasons got my throat super scratchy. Alright, so shout outs. Of course, I'm going to link below all the people I watch on a regular basis, my favorites, my friends, and then I have some other people to share with you. There is Stitching Espresso Jordan. She has only got 3 videos out. She's a fellow Frogwarts student, and she has a variety of projects, a lot of nerdy stuff, of course, because that's, you know, my vibe. So she's new. Please go check her out. I will, of course, link everybody below. I also ran into Short of Arm, Long of Stitch, Ariel, in my going through all of my subscriptions that I haven't watched yet. She also only has 3 videos. Her last post was a whip parade. It was 4 months ago, but my guess is life happens. Variety of projects, a lot of pop culture projects, some topical projects, nerdy stuff, so all good, in my book anyway. And then Night Dream Chronicles, Becca, who is got 8 episodes. She likes nerdy stuff, has a variety of styles in her projects, and she has a toddler, so her videos tend to be a little bit short because she's usually doing it on her, she works from home and she usually does her videos while the toddler's napping and she's on break from work. So she's filming every week, every 2 weeks or something like that. It varies a little bit depending on her schedule. But do check her out and give her some love. She's got, she could use some friends to come visit and chat with her for a bit. She also likes to do very detailed planners where she does some paper art stuff for her cross stitch planners, and I don't know how she does it because that kind of stuff just takes away from my stitchy time, and I always want to switch it out and rather be stitching. But yeah, so she themes her planners for other projects, and she's got these elaborate binders, and I don't know, it's amazing. I'm not a paper arts person, but I think it's beautiful, but I don't have I have a difficult time envisioning how I'm going to get it to where I want it to be. So I don't really mess around with it much at all, actually. But that's it. I am going to, while this uploads, which shouldn't take very long, I'm going to work on my classwork. Then I'm going to post this. I'm going to have some lunch. I'm hosting my crafty meetup today at Caribou at our local mall. And then the rest of the evening will be probably trying to squeeze in some Doctor Who's, making a little bit of dinner. Actually, we just have to finish making the stew. We started the other day and then it wasn't quite cooked enough, so we got to finish that up. And the carrots didn't get soft enough, so we got to boil it a little harder and let it thicken up and add some beans, and it'll be delicious. And then we will play Deadlands this evening with the kiddo and some friends, and it will be a great day before I go back to work tomorrow. And it is very nice and cool out right now, and we've been enjoying the weather. So I hope you all have a great stitchy week and that life is kind to you. And so long, and thanks for all the stitch. Bye!